brilliant lady, Dr. Omotayo Banjo. Now, the Nigeria International Book Fair is the most important book fair in Nigeria. Not just the most important, it is the biggest book fair in Nigeria. And we're heading towards it again. Now, our guest is going to tell us a lot more about the Nigeria International Book Fair for this year, 2022. If you've never visited the book fair before and you have anything to do with books, you might want to pop in this year. Enjoy this. Gbadega, nice to have you on Channels Book Club.
Nice to see you today.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. But, you know, this COVID everything has done a lot for in the industry, even everywhere.
Everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world. But thankfully, it seems to be dying down now, even though it's still a global issue. But there seems to be a better approach to it, and maybe the world is getting more used to it, and the vaccinations and all that.
To certain extent, but the hard work, you know, the word, we are still battling.
We are still correct. We're correct. We're correct.
We are still battling with it.
Now, one area the COVID breakout, the COVID problem, or whatever I want to call it now, one area that affected, of course, was book fairs around the world. And I know you travel a lot to attend international book fairs. Yeah. And there were quite a number of book fairs during the COVID period that were affected. Either they were postponed or cancelled or done online, as against the traditional people gathering at the physical space. Is that correct?
You are right. Absolutely. You are right. You are right. But in this part of the world, I mean Africa, you know, it's a big challenge. And it says your sense of creativity develops in the times of challenges. So, you know, publishers in Africa were 85% physical books.
Yeah, yes.
So, but with that, with this COVID everything, it teaches us on how not to do it again. So, and we are seriously, you know,
we've had to be creative and innovative and
seriously. So
leverage on technology.
Exactly. So, and one is, I mean, the area of you know, physical contacts definitely is not a sector, you know, that was badly affected by all sectors. But going by the nature of our own sector, you know, the custodian of what people need to, you know, upgrade themselves. It makes people so, you know, not having opportunity of, you know, getting access to materials to read. But because of the nature of publishing, I mean, the style of publishing in this part of the world.
Yeah, yeah. That's. Now, I know you introduced an online angle, digital angle to the Nigeria International Book Fair last year, and I think 2 years before, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, and that was new because Nigeria International Book Fair used to hold fully physically, 100% physically at University of Lagos for many years. I think almost for 18 years or so.
Yeah.
Before then, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, right.
So how did that go? You know, having that hybrid. I know there was a physical version and then there was an online version. I think there was even a year when it was fully online. Is that correct? 2 years ago.
Right, absolutely. You're right. You're right. I said in this kind of situation, when there is crisis in the land, you know, you reason more, and you know, a lot of things will definitely, you know, deposited into your brain. We realized that even after our first digital, virtual book fair, we realized that we attract a lot of people across the world.
So there were more people that came.
I'm telling you. So now, with that, our fair is now a very popular one. So, and even last year, because we had a hybrid last year, where we have physical and virtual, because it gives, even Nigerians and people outside this continent, even this after this country, that opportunity
to be involved.
Okay,
yeah. I mean, that's interesting. I mean, before we talk about the book fair this year, book fairs generally.
Yeah.
I should ask, book fairs generally, how important are they in terms of growing or influencing or changing the book culture in societies? I don't know whether that applies a lot to Nigeria, considering the fact that not too many people, when you consider our overall population, really pay attention to the Nigerian International Book Fair, unlike in some other countries where they have grown their book fair over the many years and all that. But generally speaking, how important are book fairs in influencing reading culture in any country?
Thank you very much for that question. When we are talking of a book fair, literally, or from the word book fair, that is to say, people are celebrating book fair. That is, books all over the country. They are somewhere where people are showcasing them. At least from the name. But in a way, we have practitioners. When we are talking of books, we have a lot of people in that sector. In that we call it ecosystem. That is, we have the publishers, we have the authors, we have the booksellers, we have the librarians. We have everybody in that ecosystem involving in that practice. That is to say, it's the kind of opportunity for people to see arrays of books. When we are talking of reading culture, not say that people are not really interested in reading per se, but people cannot lay their hand on what they are interested in reading. But when you have opportunity of attending book fair, you see arrays of books, even with the practitioners, who are who in that business of book production, writing of books, the librarians,
like you said, the book ecosystem.
That's just it. That's just it.
Okay.
So, through that, you see something that interests you when you have an opportunity of seeing, attending book fair. And apart from that one, book fair this time around, we are not limiting, what we do only to displaying of books. We develop the capacity of the players.
There's so much to talk about, but because of our time, I won't allow you to leave until you talk to us about the book fair this year. We've got a very short time left, but very quickly, the Nigerian International Book Fair this year is around the corner. Tell us a bit about it in terms of what date and venue is it?
Book fair is coming up between 12th of this month and the 14th.
12th to 14th of May.
And we are going to use the same venue where you use us. We try to up our game this time around. So Harbour Point Event Center and VI, and this time around, the upper house, passed, the copyright bill in few weeks ago. I don't know. And, this time around, we centered our fair this year on our conference on this copyright. Because our team this year is copyright and book growth sustainable. This time around, when we have very good law in place, so definitely it's going to change the game for us.
Game changer. So this year is about copyright.
Exactly.
12 to 14th of May, Harbour Point, VI Lagos, right?
Yeah, 22nd edition.
of the Nigerian International Book Fair.
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to bring you back because there's a lot to talk about. I mean, outside of the book fair, there's a lot to talk about with you as an individual because of the influence you've had on the book space in Nigeria, being former president of Nigeria Publishers Association and the book fair and so many other things that you have done in your career. A lot to talk about. So I hope you will oblige when we bring you in, when we invite you in.
Oh, why not? Why not? We'll be glad to, to share my experience. A
lot to discuss. But this is where we have to end the interview, unfortunately, because of our time. Thank you very much for joining us here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. I hope you have had a good time with us on the show today. As always, we're very delighted to get your feedback through any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. My name is Olakunle Kasumu. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.